Not every broken home ends in divorce. Some children grow up in houses where parents never leave each other. But happiness? Happiness left years ago. There was no shouting every night, no police, no separation papers, just silence, cold dinners, two people in the same room, looking everywhere except at each other, and a child sitting in the middle of all of it, quietly learning that love feels like walking on eggshells. If you grew up in a house like that, this video isn't just going to explain your childhood. It's going to explain you, the adult version, in ways therapy might have taken years to reach. Stay with me. First, let's be honest about something. A toxic marriage doesn't always look toxic from the outside. These are parents who stayed together. Maybe even said, "We stayed for the kids." Maybe they smiled at family gatherings. Maybe your relatives thought they were the perfect couple, but you knew. You knew because you felt it. The tension at the dinner table. The way one wrong word could change the entire atmosphere of the house. The silent treatment that lasted days. The emotional coldness that nobody named, but everybody felt. The house wasn't loud every day, but it was never calm. And that difference between loudness and calmness, that's exactly what shaped you. Here's what psychology tells us, and what your body already knows. When a child lives in a home with constant tension, even quiet tension, their nervous system goes into survival mode. Not sometimes, constantly. The child starts doing something incredibly advanced for their age. They become hyper aware. They read moods like weather forecasts. Is mom quiet today? Is dad in a bad mood? Should I be invisible right now? Should I be extra good so nothing breaks? And slowly, without anyone telling them, that child starts believing something dangerous. Maybe if I'm perfect enough, they'll stop fighting. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe if I just behave better, the house will feel safer. That's where self-blame is born. That's where people-pleasing starts. That's where the fear of conflict gets planted. Deep, deep in the nervous system. When love feels unpredictable, the brain doesn't learn how to relax. It learns how to stay alert, and alert becomes your default setting. Now fast forward. You're an adult now. The house is behind you. You moved on. Or did you? Because here's what nobody tells you. You don't leave childhood behind just by growing up. You carry it in your body, in your patterns, in who you choose to love. Tell me if any of this sounds familiar. You find yourself drawn to people who are emotionally unavailable, not because you like the pain, but because distance feels familiar, because your nervous system recognizes it as home. Or maybe you overthink every small conflict. Someone doesn't reply for 2 hours, and your mind is already preparing for abandonment. Or maybe you're in a relationship right now that doesn't feel right, but you can't leave. Not because you don't see the problem, but because somewhere deep inside, you were taught that staying is what love looks like, even when it hurts. Just stay stuck. You don't stay because it's healthy. You stay because your nervous system thinks chaos is normal. Because peace actually feels unfamiliar. Because calm love feels boring, unsafe, too good to be real. And that is the quietest, most devastating inheritance a toxic marriage leaves behind. But I didn't bring you here just to open old wounds. I brought you here because awareness is where everything changes. Most people go their entire lives not understanding why they feel stuck, why they repeat the same patterns, why love always feels complicated, why peace feels suspicious. You just figured out a piece of that puzzle today, and that matters. Therapy helps, genuinely, not because you're broken, but because some patterns were built so early, they need a safe space to be unlearned. Healthy communication can be learned even if no one ever modeled it for you. And sometimes the bravest thing isn't staying. Sometimes leaving a relationship, a pattern, a belief about yourself, that is the strength nobody taught you to recognize. You are not weak for feeling stuck. You are not broken for choosing the wrong people. You are not damaged beyond repair. You are simply someone who learned to survive in an environment that asked too much of a child. Survival got you here, but it doesn't have to be your forever. You were built for more than just making it through the day. You were built for peace. And peace, it's learnable. If this video felt like someone was describing your life, share it with someone who needs to hear this today. And if you're on this healing journey yourself, drop a plant in the comments. You're not alone.